Hello everybody, welcome back to a new season of Nick and Sergio's Fun Watch List at our new studio, our new set.
It's taken a while.
It has been ready for about 1 hour.
Very excited to be back with the new season.
As always, we're going to recap every single episode of La Más Draga. Today we're starting with the 6th season, or as it's being called, El Sexto Sentido.
El Sexto Sentido.
Which is a pun on the Sixth Sense, and it also sounds like it's sexy. Do you think that's funny?
No.
Okay.
It's too many ideas.
Too many ideas at once.
Yes. I do have to say, I saw recently, we live in LA, and I went to Precinct.
Yes, and I couldn't go that night, but tell everyone who you saw.
I saw, there were a couple of La Más Draga queens. Isa and Gata, I saw Paper Cut. I also saw everyone's aunt.
Liza?
Liza and Susie was there. And then, of course, the one I was there for, Peque Valderas. And she was there. And I saw her live. And
I'm
I was
very
like,
sad that I miss Peque.
yes.
She's incredible. We open up with a shot of our reigning queen, Fiesta, who you hate.
Wow,
You hate her
strong
so
words.
much.
I don't.
Fiesta does a bit where she's like in a phone booth and she's calling all of the queens.
But that was a video that we had already seen months ago.
We get the whole video audition process. We've already gone through all that. We've already talked about the live auditions. Now here we are with the traditional pink worms that we use
Which,
to
honestly,
reveal
I think...
the
let me
cast.
just say something. From the beginning of that video with Fiesta, the quality and the...
It
just
looks gorgeous.
Gorgeous. And then we jump into this scene as opposed to other seasons. Like, they were making sure that everything was clean and cut. Like, I really, really love the quality of this season.
Everything
so far.
looks fantastic, even just simply the way they light the workroom, the stage. Like, everything is looking
lighting,
top-notch.
specifically lighting. It's so well lit this season. Everyone looks amazing. There's like no, like previous seasons, I think lighting could have been better, but I feel like this time I have no complaints.
They start dropping the worms one by one, and we get to meet our cast. We saw all of these performers in the audition process, but now we get to see who made the cut and who did not. First up, we have Aries, and she's wearing this...
I love her.
I'm kind of obsessed.
Look, like I also, well, we'll talk about it later in the video, but I just love her. Amazing.
A lot of people
Really
are showing
great.
their personality right away, and I think
Yes.
Aries is a good example of that. And we live for this like green Harlequin
Yes, like that
cool outfit.
promo look is amazing. I think one of the best promo looks, I would say.
I agree. Speaking of very strong looks, we go right into Catriona, the winner.
Oh, yes.
The winner of the audition process.
She's so cute. I really like her personality.
Big Catriona fan, and I love
Yes.
that she's doing her branding right away with this white kitty dress.
Yes.
And I love the gown. It has like a
The
cool...
gown is amazing.
that
All
I
of the
really
white
liked.
gowns this season, I would say, were serving.
Yeah. Next up, we have not just someone who we knew was going to be on the season, but someone who we've been expecting to be on the show for a long time. We have from the House of Seafair, Onk Kossart.
Onk.
I think they're saying Onk.
They are.
They're saying
I think
Onk. Like,
Yes,
okay.
Onk.
So I was correct with my Ong, right?
Yes.
My name is Ong.
They were incredible. They looked incredible.
Yeah, and I love
Like
this.
the makeup. I feel like from here to the top in the promo, they look incredible. From here to the lower, I'm whatever about.
Next up, we have Juana Guadalupe.
Juana Guadalupe.
One of our favorites from
She's my
the
favorite.
audition.
She's like my top 4 already.
Well, I already liked her, and once I got to know her personality, I was like, this girl could win the whole thing.
Her outfit is incredible. It's from the movie Bugs Life.
Yes,
and she's
yes.
a little butterfly
Who gets the
worm.
wings.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really love it.
Next up, we have Ms. Peaches, and she's wearing this cool, witchy kind of green garment with her nipples out. Love some nips out.
Yeah, I mean, she looks great. It's not something I particularly go for, but she looks beautiful.
She looks gorgeous. And I love the dangly bits from the hat. I think that's what elevated it for me. Next up, we have Ariel. And I would be so furious if I was one of these girls and I saw Ariel's reveal where she has these big pieces of tulle going off the entire set.
The
And
biggest
obviously they have
tulle,
people
yes.
like moving them around for her. I would be like, wait, you didn't tell me that I could have like big pieces of tulle going off the set. I would have brought a bunch of tulle.
Well, they should have been more creative then.
Well, Ariel is maybe asserting herself as a competitor right away with this.
I mean,
this
out of
outfit
all of them,
reveal.
she looks the most stunning just because she's able to expand out of the frame, basically. So I really, really love this interpretation. And the dress is incredible. Like the see-throughness of the red, it's amazing.
Next up, we have La Calice. What
Like
do we think?
Kylie's.
What did I say? Did I say it wrong?
Kylie's.
La Kylie's?
Like Kylie's.
La Kylie's. What did we think of this outfit?
I mean, she's so gorgeous in this. This is one of my favorite dresses. Just the fact that,
the gap between
transparency,
the
play.
Yes, absolutely love the transparent portions, and I love this organza with these flowers. It's creating a wonderful silhouette. I think if there was like a bridal challenge, like just copy this. Like this is the best bridal gown I've ever seen. Next up we have Braulio 8000. This is one of our spooky girls of the season, would you say?
I mean, is it the only spooky?
Alexis is pretty spooky. We'll get to her in a bit. But this is a full-on horror queen. She does a lot of masks. I love a spooky girl, but I also am not usually drawn to a mask performer. So I'm going to see if she can win me over. She did pretty good this episode.
That was one of her critiques of, like, can you do something besides a mask? But I mean, her promo look is incredible. And like, from white to red, it's, like, amazing.
Yeah, and I appreciate that she's changing up the mask. She's not relying on just one face. So we'll see how we go with her.
She's not relying on pretty.
Speaking of relying on pretty, here comes my favorite. Everyone knows God. I'm a Kelly stan. Here comes Kelly. She looks Kelly. Fantastic. I love a showgirl. She's giving me everything I need. I love her energy. I love her smile. I love her story. Everything about her is great.
I think I have to say yes. Throughout the episode, I got to know Kylie. No,
Kelly.
There's so many Ks. Kelly a little better, and I'm jumping on that wagon as you.
And again, forget the Kelly who did the shoes video. This is the new Kelly. This is the new drag Kelly. We can forget all the other old drag Kellys. This is the new official Kelly. Take the Kelly crown, mama. Next up, we have Dimitra. This was a very cool garment. I loved these like foam hand pieces that created like a monster claw.
I think out of all of the white outfits, she's the one that took the most liberty to be like, almost entire half of my outfit is gray.
Yeah.
Which, I appreciate that. She was trying to like
stand out a
little bit. So
but it still fits the assignment because I think the headpiece, the white and the hair. White.
Yeah. So, I mean, I love this outfit. Her makeup is really good. Like, she just has very graphic makeup. You can read it from afar, and then when you're up close, it still looks amazing. It's amazing.
Next up, we have Chantal, and this is a simple Chantel, not Chantal. Next up, we have Chantel, and Chantel is wearing a very, very cute kind of
Violet Chachki.
I was gonna say a Lysa Sansusi inspired gown, so I don't know how we arrived at those. This is literally
the cut of Violet Chachki's coronation, or when she gave the crown away.
Oh, but when I think of that look, I don't think of the fact that it was a flowy gown. I think of like the thing on the head.
No, the whole thing about the dress is the construction of the dress. That's literally the reason people remember it.
From the neck up, I'm getting Lysa Sansusi, which is not a bad thing. I love Lysa. So Chantel, I think I'm gonna like you. This first outfit is great, and I really love the wig. The wig is very pretty.
Okay. You know what I'm realizing? I confused Ariel and Aries. Now really... I don't know if whoever I said I liked because I think that whatever.
We'll find out when we get there. Next up, we have Purga. Purga comes out, and I'm very excited about Purga. I feel like I knew a little bit about her before the competition already.
I mean, we've all found out a lot about her on Twitter,
and there's some stuff in the workroom as well. But I really like her personality, and I like this weird little look.
Because I want people in the comments to tell me if it's true or not that the designer sued her, so she's not really supposed to wear the outfits that she's wearing on, specifically the little egg.
Oh,
that's what I said. Like, she's been trending on Twitter.
Next up, we have the aforementioned Alexis Mugler, and this is someone who you were already a fan of.
I love Alexis Mugler. I'm like, seeing her also in the workroom, I was like, yes, bitch. Like, this is the type of bitch that it's like, don't let yourself, whatever. It's you're here to make a TV show, and she's giving you that. Literally, she's doing it, and I love it.
Based on the auditions, I was like, oh, why does Sergio like this performer so much? After seeing her personality, after seeing her interact with the other girls, after seeing her energy on stage, I'm all in on Alexis. I think she's a front runner right off the bat.
Wow, well, I don't think that.
You don't?
No.
I do. I'm excited about
Alexis. I see her as being like second, third out or something like that. I know. I love her. I love her so much, but I just see that happening.
Next up, we have Elektra Walpurgis. I'm going to spend the whole season trying to learn how to pronounce that last name. She was one of my picks, one of my standouts in the audition process.
Yes, and you kind of disagreed with me.
And I disagreed, but then this look...
So, I mean, this look, I mean, this look, 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 this Best look out of the entire season.
Most of what she has
Literally,
done this
she looks
episode
amazing.
was incredible. So I am feeling very validated. I'm feeling vindicated.
You're
feeling
feeling
smart.
validated with Kelly, with her,
Girl,
like,
I have an
yeah,
eye for
you
talent.
are.
If you want to know who the next queen to win the season is, you come to me. I called Fiesta early. I called Kelly. I called
Everyone called
Electra.
Fiesta.
All right, whatever. That's all of them.
14 queens.
That's 14
That's
queens.
a lot of queens for a season.
There's a lot
That's
of
like
girls,
a drag
right?
race.
Right away, they all fight over spots in the workroom. Juana Guadalupe is not giving up that
Also,
chair.
that workroom is so much more elevated than previous. Like it
looks
just
great.
Each season keeps getting better and better.
They're all in the workroom. Johnny Carmona comes in and introduces the 15th queen, the surprise queen of the season. Who could it be? Oh, it's Alexis. It's Alexis.
Alexis 3XL.
It's Alexis 3XL. And I, for one, am very excited. As much as I enjoyed Rogelio Suarez last year, I'm excited that the guest judge
It's a drag queen.
is a drag
winner.
queen. A winner of the season, winner of season 2. Go watch her fantastic victory in the finale of season 2 if you haven't already. We love Alexis, and she's going to be giving the challenges and the critiques all through the season, which we're excited about.
Yeah, I am very excited to see her every episode.
Johnny announces that the main stage category will be La Más Monumental, which will be...
Most monumental.
Yes, we're going to pay homage to the various monuments all across Mexico, and I think that's very exciting. But before we go into that, we have a mini challenge, don't we? And
Yes, we
Alexis
do.
says that it's the most flowy. We go into this challenge. They only have 30 minutes to get into quick drag. And I especially loved...
I think they give them more.
I'm
Some
sure
of them
they-
look so much more better. It's like Drag Race. Like, you have 5 minutes, and they give you 20 minutes.
Yes, you know, there's always kind of a hazing challenge in the first episode. Last year, they dunked them in water.
Yes.
And this year, if we can't do water, we got to do the air. So we're going to take them up into the air. We're going to strap all these performers into a harness, and they're going to have to pose mid-air as dangling from the
Mid-air.
ceiling.
Scary.
Do you think you could handle this?
Oh, I would have handled that like a pro. I would be like, and this is the thing, it's like, it's a show, it's a reality TV show. Like, don't just stay quiet. There's so many girls who would just be quiet, even with the little like drop, they would be quiet. It's like, no, this is the time for you to overreact. That's what they want.
That's what they want.
That's
for
what
you.
they want.
Speaking of being a little too quiet, Ankh was giving a little bit of a like kind of passive, quiet energy during their photo shoot, and I'm wondering if that's because of the argument that we learned happened right before the photo shoot between her and Alexis.
I don't think so. Because Ankh stood up for himself, and he was like, okay, bitch, if you're not gonna... Oh, no, although they did show the video, and he literally was like, move to the back. And she said, I'm not moving. So Ankh was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to move in
I'm
front
gonna
of
move
you.
in
So,
front of you.
like,
Yeah.
I say that, obviously, it's like, they're both giving 50-50 of the reality, and then we actually
Yes.
saw the video, so we actually know that Ankh was not like, can you move a little bit back? She was like, move to the back.
My
So,
thing is
especially
this.
the fact that Ankh moved to the front, I don't think that her character was damaged in any way. It was just her personality getting up on the thing. I don't think that had anything to do with Alexis.
We go into the results of this challenge. Johnny and Alexis come in and they say that the mas is Raulio 8000, which I kind of agree with. This jellyfish fantasy.
I kind of agree because she's playing the game. She's from the beginning saying, I'm afraid of heights, and she looks like she's afraid of heights, even if she was, you know, but then as soon as she gets on, it's about performance. Whatever your fears are, whatever it is, you shut that down and you start giving it all. Well, do you
And there's a
agree?
huge twist.
Do you agree that now every time we're gonna know who the first lip syncer of the night will be based on the mini challenge? Do you like that?
Yes, I think it's an interesting twist.
To push them all. I think
Exactly.
it'll push them all to do their best.
I think that what the show does so well is it's finding ways to differentiate itself from the other competitions. And I think this is just another way that they're able to do that.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what happens with Ankh. Obviously, we're rooting for them. We love House of Seafair. But we go into the workroom, and oftentimes we will just skip over the workroom in our recaps because it's not always the most exciting part of the show.
No, it's not.
We're always very excited by the outfits and the artistry. But this was a really spicy workroom, was it not?
From the beginning till the very end.
And shout out to Ariel for starting all this drama. Thank you for giving a wonderful episode of TV to
For
us,
being
Ariel.
the one to stir the pot. Because she's like, I see everyone is quiet. Let me do something. And
Yes.
she really,
She calls
takes us
out
there.
Alexis Mugler for being rude to the other contestants specifically because of this Ankh confrontation that we've been alluding to. And that starts a big conversation where they're saying, oh, Ankh, you're actually rude to the producers and the staff and the PAs. So it becomes this big tiff. Everyone's arguing. This was exciting, right?
Very. I was eating it all up, and I love Alexis. That's all I have to say.
I love Alexis Mugler. She is not someone I would want to be in an argument with, because I feel like even if I was right, I would lose the argument.
Yes.
And then immediately after that, we have some more drama because La Kailise calls out this Purga wig drama that
From the auditions.
From the auditions.
Yes,
Why don't
I
you explain
remember.
this one? Because I don't have all the details on this.
I think it was just I read a little bit about on Twitter right after the audition saying that the outfit that Kelly came out had the wrong wig and she never found the wig or like in time to go on stage.
Oh.
And so I think she had to borrow a wig, or I don't know if she had whatever.
She had an
Point
alternate,
is,
maybe. Who knows?
Everyone was like, "Where's your wig? What happened?" And then the joke is that basically the wig was found in Purga's station. So we don't know if Purga did it. We don't know who did it, but somebody probably took it and put it there, and then all of this chaos happened.
Almost definitely it was
But
an
I
accident.
like Purga's personality a lot. The way she was
Purga is
defending
popping
herself.
off
Yes.
and having
She's
so much
giving
fun in the
TV.
workroom. I love Purga after
Yes.
this episode. She
Yes.
is full of personality, and I can't wait to see what she does next.
I'm very excited to see more of Purga.
Yeah, and with all this popping off, we have a very funny moment where it cuts over to Braulio in the corner, and she's just like, oh my god, these girls just keep arguing, and they won't let these stories end. And I thought that was very funny that she was just not having any of it. And then there was like a further drama, something with Juana Guadalupe. What was going on with this?
Part. I think Juana Guadalupe went on to Aviescu and Galavaro's like recap.
Oh yes, because they do a recap,
They do
much like
recaps,
us.
yes.
They're our peers.
Shut the Juana went on that. Even though I remember Juana being very quiet because they were talking about the auditions, and I think she dissed some of their outfits and stuff from, like
funny.
behind the scenes. But that's what the show is about. Like,
Yeah.
and they took it personally, I guess.
So we go to the runway, first runway of the season, which means we get to meet our brand new host. We have a new host every season on La Mas Draga. And this year, it's a beautiful woman, named Marisol Gonzalez. And
I thought she was Christian Peralta's entrance look.
It
It's
is.
like, oh, Christian Peralta.
She's
yeah.
giving a little Christian Peralta. It's kind of Grace Jonesy. I love this like
Very
sparkly
Grace Jones.
fabric.
I know, very Grace Jones. But, we just saw Drag Race Mexico, so I was like, oh, Christian Peralta.
Do you know anything about Marisol? What does she do? Because our guest judges come from everywhere.
Her, I have no clue.
She's not like a news anchor, like
I don't know.
like Maka.
I miss Mecca.
I do. I love Maka. Like Maka was high camp. I miss her a lot.
She was high camp. Like I miss her. And at this one, I don't know.
I'm excited for her.
I'm excited for her. I think the first episode is always like for everyone.
Yeah.
But I think she did really good overall.
And at the very least, she's serving looks right out of the gate, so we appreciate that. She introduces our wonderful returning panel of judges, and gosh, I've really come to love these judges. Their insights are always so great. First of all, we're introduced to Raquel, who's always looking stunning. What did we think of this look?
I mean, all I can see is her head.
I screen capped it wrong, so thanks for calling me out. You could have just said she looks great.
She looks gorgeous.
She looks
beautiful.
gorgeous. She always does. And speaking of always looking gorgeous, we go over to Yari Mejia.
Yes.
And we can see her this outfit a little better. I love this monster
Yeah,
claw.
she's being like grabbed, and I love it. When she started talking, I was like, "Are you sick again?"
Was she?
No,
I
but
wasn't-
it
I wasn't getting
sounded
the
like she was.
raspiness.
It was sounding like she was, and I was like, "Wait, it's been a whole year now." Like, because
Yari
she was an
Mejia,
entire season.
famously raspy all of season 5. And then we go over to Leital, and Leital is getting so absurd with the looks that she wears on this show.
She's
And this is
Groot
just a
this season.
crazy escalation. I thought this was incredible.
Yeah, she looks amazing. She's Groot. That was her excuse.
She is Groot.
The whole episode.
Soy Groot. And then for our special guest judge of the week, we have a returning judge, Susana Zabaleta. Now, she was there, like, really early, right? She was a guest judge on season 1?
She's the madrina, which is the godmother of the franchise. And she's been there season 1, season 2, season 3, season 5, and season 6 now.
In season
No.
6?
It's either 4 or 5. She wasn't not in one of them. And then she got very upset because they brought Yuri which is a singer who was
Yuri
homophobe.
Lamenos.
And I thought that
obviously.
she had said that she would never come back, but I guess she did.
They made amends. Good. I'm glad she's back. She had some great critiques. We go over and we meet the new Venenos. Obviously,
I did not watch the show.
Obviously, we spent the whole summer watching Who's the New Veneno or whatever it was called. And here's our new Venenos. What do we think?
I mean, he looks like the other Venenos.
I will say that Toxico from last year is my favorite Veneno ever.
It's much more cuter from last season.
He was adorable. These are obviously very handsome boys. Nothing against them.
But I love Venenito. He's the one I was very excited to see, yeah.
I'm glad they didn't change him over. I hope they just keep him permanently. Like, he's a fixture on the show as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
First of all, we have Alexis Mugler coming out, and she is a gold Catholic monument.
She's the Pope. There's one of the popes. I think the most beloved one was from 2090.
Jean Paul.
Yes.
Jean Paul II.
And there's a statue in Mexico.
We see protest signs, and then the statue is defaced, and she removes the gold covering to reveal a green dress underneath with a message on it, and it says...
Rompan todo, like break everything.
Break everything. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't understand because it breaks... I was like, Rome? Okay, that's one word. Pan. Okay, bread.
Rum, bread, and all.
Hey, that sounds like a great meal you could get from Pan Todo. And then on the back, we see these headlines of the abuses that have existed in the Catholic Church over the decades.
Yes.
And this was a very political piece.
It was very political, very amazing. I actually loved it. It was interesting that Susana Zabaleta was not enjoying it.
Yes, she called out a couple.
She's like, sometimes you can overdo it when you're being political. It's like, no, that's not how being a political, like an activist
Yeah,
means.
I agree. I like Susana a lot, but I disagree. I think if you're going to be political, you can't be afraid to bring up certain topics.
You cannot be afraid to bring certain topics, and this was a great topic.
And what really made me appreciate Alexis even more is when she got on the mic and spoke her position respectfully. She said, "This is what I do," and it was great. Really loved it, Alexis.
Yes, I think overall, I really love this outfit. Like, I know we've seen this dress, it's fine.
Sure.
But I think overall, as a composition, all of it, I think it works.
Yeah. Next up, we have Ankh coming out, and she is looking fabulous. Like, this is a great starting point. Okay. And then after the reveal, I was impressed because this very strangely shaped gown became a tiered pyramid. And it was really impressive, the construction of it. She gets called out a little bit because walking around, they did step on it. It got caught a couple times.
Stepping so many times that it took me out. I was like, out of it.
But the final image of her with the headdress on, the completed pyramid,
I saw, standalone look, it looks amazing.
Next coming to the runway, we have Aris, and she, I think, maybe had the most impressive look of the episode. As
soon as the doors opened, I was literally fainted. I fainted. I was like, I couldn't process my thoughts. I was like, what am I looking at? This is amazing. The shape. Because she was like
art.
a Pokemon.
This was high art. And
but also
fully a Pokemon.
But also, this is
very sun and moon era.
This is a sculpture that does exist. And, she just, moved the shapes around and created this. Honestly, the winner for me. I saw it, and I was like, I want to be wearing that. Literally special to me when that happens, when I look at an outfit and I'm like, I want to wear that. And this, I'm like, bitch, this, I want it.
The only real critique they had for her is that maybe there could have been more performance aspects because everyone else was telling more of a story. But I don't know. When this outfit came out on stage, I was like, that's the whole story.
That's the whole story. It was amazing. It was incredible. She looks stunning.
And the fact that she could move in it, she did not trip.
Yeah,
wearing
she did
all
not
this.
Trip, yeah. True.
Next up, we have Braulio 8000. Comes out in a coffin. I understand this was a reference to a specific statue.
It's a specific statue, yes.
And she's kind of a spooky dead mother with a dead baby. Is that accurate to the real monument, or is this an interpretation?
It's an interpretation.
This was another one who Susana was like, that maybe went a little too far. Do you agree?
Yeah, I don't...
She was like, as a mother.
I don't know. I maybe, I mean, to her, to me, no. I don't think... I think there's no reason why.
It seemed just like a normal spooky drag look, and if anything, that's my critique, is it was just kind of a normal spooky drag look.
Yeah, it was a normal spooky. I do agree with the critiques about the wig being too forward and maybe adding more contrast.
Sure, yeah.
Colors,
the
yes,
black
but I think overall solid.
Yeah,
solid look.
And good presentation, too.
Yes.
I liked getting in and out of the box. I thought it was very funny when she was like, okay, I'm going to get back in the box now.
Yeah.
Next up, Catriona comes out, and this is one of our front runners. And I think
third best look of the night.
I think this
I
look
have to
puts
say,
her...
she's in the top 3.
Yeah, she's still a front runner.
She's a front runner.
If she keeps wearing shit like
also,
this.
her makeup, like, she looks gorgeous. Like, it's just, like, she has that face where, you know, like, she just... looks gorgeous.
She did get a truco from Leital that she was going a little gray, and maybe if she puts some yellow in there, it might change. But I'm already satisfied.
Yeah,
with
but I'm already satisfied with her makeup. Like,
also, she's a monument. Maybe she's supposed to look gray, huh?
No.
Think about that.
Okay, you're reaching. You're trying.
I like Catriona, and she has a message as well, which I appreciated. Powerful, free, and without fear. It's very nice, right?
Yes.
Next up, we have Dimitra, and this look was a little too simple for me.
I'm like, for her to be Soro Nasty's girlfriend, and I know I shouldn't be like, comparing her to her girlfriend. I'm like, girl, there's a closet there. Or like, you know, I don't know.
Look, I want to say right off the bat, from the neck up, flawless. Like, I love the way the headpiece is implemented. I love the makeup. I love it with the hair.
From the waist up, it was just a Leo, like a...
I said from the neck up.
Oh, neck up. Okay, I think I meant waist up. I was like, what do you mean? Okay, neck. Oh, yeah. I mean, her makeup is also, you know, she has amazing makeup. But overall, I was like, okay. Compared to everybody else, I was like, oh, this is where I was like, oh, you're the first one that I noticed that has a bad look.
I feel like she was trying to, like, strip it down and make it fashion, and I think she should have just gone more costumey with it.
She could have, yeah.
Next up, we have Elektra Walpurgis, and this was kind of a weird reveal, right? Because we knew right away that this head was fake.
Yes.
And then she is a nun, and the nun stabs herself in the neck, and blood comes out. And then this lizard woman comes out of the nun. Is she a lizard?
That's not. Wow, rude, disrespectful.
Please tell me what's actually going on.
I think this is a callback on colonialism. So this is like an indigenous person killing a Spanish.
Great. Oh,
for like a pilgrim. It's more like a pilgrim, but than a Spanish pilgrim.
Oh, I guess it's not a nun, it's a pilgrim.
It's a pilgrim.
Okay, that makes more sense to me. I can contextualize that because I thought it was a comment about how lizard people are like running the world and they're controlling the Catholic Church.
Actually, you might be even more
right?
close. I was interpreting in the way I wanted, and I just know that like these colors specifically, they are part of there's an indigenous community that has
I'm sure you're
like
correct
jewels
then.
in this type. Anyway, it was fine. She was safe.
She was safe. This was good. This was strong. Next up, we have Ariel, and I liked this silhouette a lot.
I love the silhouette. She was giving like an elevated version, if I can say, of Sasha Colby's.
She is giving Sasha Colby in this outfit.
Yeah,
but I love.
But this is much fuller. Like it's like much more
huge. Yeah,
like bigger. I loved it. I think up close, I'm sure you can start to tell the little details, but from afar, it looks amazing. Like I love it.
Very Wonder Woman, very warrior princess. It's pretty cool. Next up, we have my fave, Kelly. Kelly for the win. And I was. Gotta say, I was impressed by her first runway.
I think I have to say her performance was incredible. It was shocking. Like, it was just shocking because it's like, you look this fucking beautiful. And then when even they put the audio of the judges saying, like, no, don't paint her. Or,
yeah.
Like, you know, don't destroy it.
She looked perfect. Like, and then the bravery to destroy such a perfect garment.
Yes, the bravery to destroy the perfect outfit. And then, you know, to grab the mic and then say her message, state her message.
Las mujeres trans también somos mujeres y esta es nuestra lucha y hoy vengo a hacer historia.
Her message was very important.
It was amazing. I think, especially in Mexico, this message, I think it means a lot that she's coming out with this message, and I love it. I was really moved by this runway, and I think that's why, you know,
she won. We could have kept it a secret, but why bother? She won, and I think it was very deserved. This was very deserved.
Very deserved. Yes.
Next up, we have La Calice, and this is a little bit of a simple garment.
Okay,
but I love the hair. Like,
the judges were eating this up. I love the hair though. When the hair came out, whenever it opened and I saw her hair, I started laughing. I think
the wig is perfect.
I thought it was so campy when I saw it, and then I saw the rest, and I was like, I get it. I don't know, like, but the way that they just loved everything about it. I'm like, I don't know if I loved everything about it, but the fucking hair was so camp. I love it.
I think the hair and the posing really made it work for me.
I know the posing when it opens and she's like, that was fucking hilarious.
Really strong overall. I think the performance elevated it. Next we have Ms. Peaches, and she comes out in something that I think we could probably tell right away something went wrong.
Oh, right
here.
away you're like, something went wrong. What happened?
And she's holding a sheet that's representing a mural that exists in Tijuana, but it wasn't even like,
yeah, I feel like
it wasn't even steamed, you know, like this was clearly just like a last minute
it was
fix.
like put together last minute, and she's just gonna spray it on it and then drew it, because I feel like even the mural doesn't really look like the mural from TJ, so
yeah,
she said it out loud and I was like, oh, I know what she's talking about now.
And then her look, I guess, when she puts down the sheet is supposed to look like one of these drawings. Is that kind of the idea?
I don't know, honestly. I thought she was Michael Jackson.
It was definitely strange, and she explains herself on the runway, and this is unfortunately a recurring thing in La Mas Draga. I'm sure it happens on Drag Race and Dragula as well.
The fact that, like, designers apparently don't, like, deliver outfits on time. It's like, well, like, we can't just blame them for everything. Like, there is two people in the transaction sometimes, you know? So I'm like, I don't like when they do that, because, I don't know, why put designers in a bad light? And, you know, like, it makes no sense for them to say that.
She did get on the mic and kind of explain the situation, and I definitely think that helped her, because she explained the importance of the mural, and she's a deported person who was sent back to Mexico. That was important, and it also, like, got a reaction from the judges. The judges are like, hey, I'm sick of this shit, designers. Like, get these outfits to these girls. You know, this is important for them. So I think they saw both sides of it, and unfortunately that did not save her from
there
being
was
in
no
the
way
bottom.
she was going to be saved.
This was just obviously the bottom. It just was. And moving on to something that luckily her designer showed up.
The day off, or what did she
The
say?
day
Like,
off.
she got the outfit when she was about to land or something.
Purga comes out, and I would love if you could explain this to me, because this is something very specific that they were talking about, and I didn't quite get what it was.
It's I think it's like a church related thing. I think that's why they ate it up. And the thing is, this is like the Mitra's look, except that it's like gold and has little wings.
I think the
I
proportions
did not
are
like
nicer,
it.
though.
Yes, I like that it's cinched really tiny to her waist, but then the construction of the box, I was like, girl.
It looked like a book to me. I thought it was like the pages. I was like, is this
It
a
is
big Catholic
not.
Bible or
Yeah,
something? But yeah, I guess it's a mural. There was like a map. I was confused by
it's
the
not
story.
a mural. It's like a sculpture that's inside, like a
I
gold
see.
big sculpture. I'm sure it's related to books. It's probably the fucking Bible or something. They ate it up. I am still digesting.
I was middle about it for sure.
I mean, she was walking very interestingly, which I think was what saved it a little bit. But overall, I was like,
I think her personality is
the
going to take
lower
her a
part
long
does
way.
not even go. Like, the shoes are ugly.
I don't like the shoes.
Like, there's like melting black in the bottom. Like, it makes no sense for the top of the outfit. Maybe it's part of the mural or sculpture or whatever. We don't know. I don't know. I didn't eat it up.
Yeah, I thought this was very funny. The next girl who came out did not get her name displayed. And I double checked. Just they never displayed it. That's why there's this screen cap of her with no name. But I believe it's Chantel, right?
That's Chantel, yes.
By process of elimination, Chantel comes out next.
I love Chantel.
I really like Chantel.
I think I saw her in a YouTube video with like Turbo and Burrita, I believe. Or I don't know where. And then weirdly enough, in Mexico, we have a Poseidon statue somewhere.
Oh, weird.
So that's what she's doing.
Okay. Well, it worked for me. Yeah, I like this. This was a good one. And next up, we have one of our favorites, Juana Guadalupe.
Second best look. Second best.
So did you get what this was referencing? This seemed like it was something very specific.
This is it's a big monument that is, I think, horses or bulls or something, but it's like they're all just scattered on the land and they're all like kind of showing like they're running. And so that's what this is.
Wow. This was very impressive.
This is so creative. Like, the way she constructed this, when you like zoom in into the little details, it's insane. Like, she looks amazing.
Yeah, and then we even had a little Liza sends Susie smoke bomb happen.
Liza came through.
Liza was like, here, I'm just going to send you some smoke bombs. Set them off occasionally during the runway.
It was
it's on
just
me.
so, like, theater-like and, like, moving. Like, you know, the way that the outfit, even if it was stationary, felt like it was moving.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Like, I really love this outfit.
I'll say, as a Kelly superfan, I think if Kelly didn't have such a strong message to back up her look,
Yes.
I think Juana might have won.
Yes.
because this was very strong. I
This
think
was
she's
very
going to be
strong.
one to beat.
Well,
And
she was
especially
second
with
place.
She was second place. And I also loved her personality in the workroom, so I don't think this girl's going anywhere.
She's
Get
not
used
going
to Juana.
anywhere. I think she's a front runner in my book.
So that's the end of the runway presentations. We get our Mas and Menos from the judges. Raquel's Mas is Kelly, which I think makes a lot of sense. And her Menos is Dimitra. Next up, we have Yari. Her Mas is Juana Guadalupe. And her Menos is Ms. Peaches. And I think someone had to do it.
Someone had to do it.
And then we go over to Groot, who will only say, Yo soy Groot. She will not give a Mas or Menos.
Why? She's doing that whole thing again.
She's doing that thing. It made more sense when we, spoiler alert, saw there was no lip sync this
It's
week.
like there's no need for for the judges to even say who's the most or who's the worst. They can literally just judge three girls. You know, we don't know who's the top, who's in the bottom. They all blend in. And then that way you don't have to fucking put paste. And then you don't have to show the list of numbers. Like, we don't care. Do you even ever
I never
check
look
the
at
numbers?
it. I literally never count.
I'm like, that's insane.
I see the person at the top. I see the person at the bottom. I never count the stars.
I never count the stars. I'm like, also because they don't tell us. They only tell us who the most gets 5 and the worst gets 1 or something. But they don't tell you, like, there's 14. How do they divide the rest? You know, like, how many queens get 4? How many queens get 3? How many queens? You know, it's like, it makes no sense.
So yeah, Kelly gets her win. Very exciting.
Then they mention, like, you know, the rules have changed, so now you are in the bottom, so you're going to go directly to lip sync, as it's been established from the beginning.
Yes.
And then they're like, and out of all this means that Dimitra she saves herself from going to lip sync because Ank took her spot. And then the lowest one was Miss Peaches.
Yes.
And so they literally, all the girls go back. So it's like a regular episode, so that all the girls just go to the back, and then the 2 stay to lip sync. And it's so annoying, but they probably knew that those people were not good lip syncers or something.
So your theory is these two are 2 terrible lip syncers?
My theory is that Ank is a really bad lip syncer. And
well, we'll probably see at some point, you know, if Ank is ever in the bottom.
And I feel like Miss Peaches would have, like, danced around. Like, that's just the way, based on what we've seen from the auditions. This is just based on the auditions and what we saw.
I don't mind an
And that's why they're like, we're just not going to give you a lip sync.
Yeah.
Like, I hated that. I'm like, why would you not give us a lip sync? Like, that's insane.
I don't mind an episode where no one goes home, but, like, don't give me this fake out. This is never a good fake out. What they should have done is just been, like, lip sync for the win. They should have done that.
They should have done that. Like, lip sync for the win.
The top 2 lip sync.
Yes.
Great. No one goes home. I think that's a suitable replacement because there's just nothing exciting at the end. After Kelly gets her
like,
win,
we know every
there's
fucking
no cherry
season,
on top.
after a season, no one goes on the first episode. Like, we know. So it's like, ugh. So the fact that you're telling us from the beginning that Ank's in the bottom is like, girl, we know no one's going home.
Well,
Like,
I appreciate at
annoying.
least that we've established the stakes of this new rule, even though we all obviously knew that probably no one was going home this episode. But I am excited for next week when whoever's in that bottom for the mini challenge, they're just going to be lip syncing no matter what. Even if they kill it for the rest of the episode, like, they're going to be in the bottom. And that's interesting to me.
Yeah.
That's not something we've seen on other competitions.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm very excited, though. I'm very excited about this season. I was waiting for it. I think that they really put themselves... I think now that we saw Drag Race Mexico, we can really, truly appreciate La Más Draga for what it is, and specifically for Mexico and, like, Mexican drag. So I'm very, very excited for this season. I feel like overall, I'm already gravitating towards a lot of these girls.
These girls are very
excited.
interesting.
Yes.
Lots of big personalities, lots of great looks, lots of distinctive looks. It's
Would
gonna be a great
would you be able to call, like, your top 4 if there's a top 4?
Right now, just off the top of my head? Well, it's easy because Kelly and Juana, those are probably 2 of my top 2. I'm going to add Electra because she's delivering so far.
Okay.
And I'm also going to add Catriona because even though this was a quieter episode from her, I still think she's going to be very, very tough to beat.
Yes. Okay. I agree with...
Everyone but Electra.
Anyway. Yes. Everyone but Electra. Yes. Actually, in Kylie, I also don't see Kylie going all the way. I feel like I have a solid 3. That's Juana Guadalupe.
Okay.
That would be my one, you know, I mean, front
obviously.
runner out of all of them. The second one I would say would be Catriona. Like, I think that she has a personality to, like, go through, and she's very cute and
Very
you know,
polished.
very polished. So I think that she could go all the way. And then I want Arias to go all the way.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, you know, with the red look, like, I think, and the promo look is incredible. Really like that. So those are my top 3. And then I think in the 4th place, I'm like flipping back and forth between like Purga. I like
Draga could make it.
Chantel, I really like, or like Kylie's. Especially like Kylie's, I think will go almost past the midpoint. That's the one who like I'm projecting.
Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
We have our predictions. How about y'all in the comments? Please leave who your perspective top 4 might be. Who do you think is going to make it all the way to the end? Are you excited about this season? We always love getting comments. We always love hearing from y'all. So please let us know. And I guess we'll be back next week to talk about episode 2.
We will.